Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sudais, and I am from IG4, and I want to explain about speaking and theory about Jake Richard. So, the first, what is speaking? Understanding of speaking express those feelings and opinions to the interlocutor. So the second is speaking ability. The ability to speak is the ability to pronounce articulate sounds or words, to express states and cover thoughts, ideas, and feelings. The third is speaking skill. Speaking skill are essentially the ability to have and organize ideas logically and systematically pour them into linguistic codes according to the rules of the language used and the appropriate communication context, and pronounce them fluently and clearly. And the fourth is argumentative meaning of speaking. Argumentative is an activity carried out to convince the other person to talk about the pros and cons. The five tips and definition of speaking. What is speaking? Speaking is the second of the four language skills, which are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. In informative speech, a speaker communicative knowledge about a specific to an audience. The sixth is theory Jake Richard about speaking. Teachers and textbooks make use of a variety of approaches, ranging from direct approaches focusing on specific features of oral interaction, turn-taking, topic management, and question strategies, to indirect approach that create a condition for oral interaction through group work, task work, and other strategies. Example theory Jake Richard. The first is grammar translation method. The second is mimicry memorization and army method. The third is cognitive approach. The fourth is direct method. The fifth is communicative approach. The sixth is humanistic approach, and the seventh is natural approach. So I choose grammar translation method because grammar translation method is a way of studying a language that approaches the language first through the detail of its grammar rules, followed by application of this knowledge to the act of translating sentence and text into the and out of the target language. And the seventh is function of transition speaking, transactional speaking. So it functions to exchange information in interoperability, refers to the basic ability of different computer-side product of system to readily connect and exchange information with another in either implementation or access without restriction. B. It is message-oriented, which means to communicate, meaning communicative models formed in terms of the transfer of message or information, or which reduce meaning to accept context. See also transmission models, compare informational communication, and in practice, such formulation are primarily sender-oriented, and the C, participant use strategies to understand each other. Communication strategy ensures that everyone involved has adequate information to communicate about it, maintaining consistency in the workplace and preventing any ambiguity. And D, it needs more question, repetition, checks for comprehension. Question, we have closed question, open question, probing question, leading question, loaded question, funnel question, and recall and process question. And the last is rhetorical question. And repetition, the act or an instant of repetition or being repeated, a motion or exercise such as a push-up that is repeated and usually contained. Mention radical other words from repetition synonym example sentence, parses containing repetition, learn more about repetition. And checks for comprehension. Comprehension check is where an instructor informally assesses their students' comprehension across a course. The checks are used to ensure students understand a concept or unit before an instruction process to new course material. And E. Ideas negotiation normally occurs. A negotiation is a strategy discussion that solves an issue in a way that both parties find acceptable. In a negotiation, each party tries to persuade the other to agree with his, her, or her point of view. By negotiation, all involved parties try to avoid arguing but agree to research some form of compromise. F. Language accuracy is not always important. No, because accuracy, on the other hand, demonstrates your ability to use the necessary and vocabulary, grammar, and punctuation correctly, such as verb from past tense, present tense, and so on. Article a and the, and preposition in, on, from, at. A. What are the main skills the learner need to have to enable them to take a part in transactional speaking in English? And the first is participants use strategies to understand each other. Communication strategy ensure that everyone involved has adequate information to communicate about it. Maintaining consistency in the workplace and preventing any ambiguity. And so what is the conclusion? So the conclusion is, I can draw is we need theory and skill in communication. So maybe that's all about speaking that I know and the theory about Jack Witcher. And thank you for my friends who always support me, and my friend Salsa Aprilia who has given me their tutoring to upload my video to the YouTube. And thank you for your attention. And the last thank you for my lecturer who always support me, who always give me a motivation to always spirit more diligent to studying about English, to force myself to speaking in English. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.